Hi, everybody. Meteorologist Joe Cioffi. It's weather in 5 days in 5 minutes on this Saturday, which is it has some minor issues to it. There are some clouds that are going to be coming in from the west. It's also going to be a bit on the cool side because we still have this onshore flow. And you can see from today's high temperature forecast map, we're looking at mostly in the 70s. And where there's more cloud cover, the temperatures actually will be a bit lower. And that is mainly as you go west and north of New York City, you're seeing upper 60s to around 70. But when you head down into central and South Jersey, where there perhaps could be a little bit more sun, particularly near coastal areas, you're looking at upper 70s to around 80. South central Pennsylvania, southeastern Pennsylvania, middle to upper 70s. And you head down into the Washington, D.C., Baltimore area, where it's in the upper 70s to around or just over 80. Not too bad overall. And here's what's going on today. We have, it's really not quite a cold front because the air behind the front is actually going to be warmer than the air ahead of it. And the reason for that is that the air ahead of it was being produced by high to the north with cooler air and an onshore flow, where the air behind this front is actually coming out of the plain states, and it's not all that cool. So we're going to see warmer temperatures on Sunday, and in the meantime, these clouds will roll in. You'll notice that coastal areas during this morning enjoying some sunshine, but eventually the clouds will take over as they have inland. And there might be a spot shower scattered around during this afternoon and into this evening. I don't really think it amounts to too much. But when this system, this cold front, quote unquote, or upper trough that moves through tonight, during the early morning hours, I'm thinking that there might be a shower or thunderstorm with it as it moves on by. And then after that, you can already see a wedge of dry air moving into the Ohio Valley and pushing up through Lake Erie and western portions of Lake Ontario. That dry air is going to be sweeping eastward and taking over. So we'll be in good shape for Sunday. Temperatures on Sunday are going to be warmer. So we'll take them up a couple of notches, and we'll have highs mostly between 80 and 85. It'll be a little bit lower across southern New England, mid to upper 70s through Connecticut and Rhode Island. But on Long Island, upper 70s and lower 80s, back to about New York City. And then you get to low and lower 80s, but let's give it a range of 80 to about 85 for much of New Jersey, much of southern Pennsylvania, down into Maryland and Virginia. So a pretty good day from that standpoint. And as we widen out, you can see Tropical Storm Humberto, which we will get to in a moment, off the Florida East Coast, well offshore Florida, but passing very close to Abaco Island this morning with top winds of 40 miles an hour. What you see spinning, by the way, in the Gulf of Mexico, that is an upper low. That is not a tropical system. That is a cold core system in the upper atmosphere. Sometimes those systems can warm, and a surface low will develop from it. The Hurricane Center mentions that in their outlook this morning, but they are not forecasting it to do anything much in the next several days. So in the meantime, with Humberto, the track here is going to be north and then turning to the east, and eventually may wind up being a threat to Bermuda. But given the upper pattern that we have, this is not a system that can come up the East Coast. Here's the Hurricane Center's forecast. By the way, tropical storm warnings that were, tropical storm watches that were up for the Florida East Coast, they have been taken down. We still have some warnings up for the Northwest Bahamas. But one of the things that with these tropical systems in their development phases, when you look at this, is that much of the weather, the actual rain and wind, is to the east of the center. And in fact, if you look closely, you can actually see the low-level center heat right there, and it's exposed. In other words, you don't have thunderstorms wrapped around the entire center. We have thunderstorms to the north and northeast of the center, but very little in terms of showers and storms to the west. Some rain and some downpours and squalls and gusty winds will be sweeping into the islands, but obviously this is nothing compared to what Dorian was. So here's our quick outlook because for our weather here, it's pretty much the same story. We get this upper trough that moves through overnight tomorrow and into Monday. It should be fine. Late Monday afternoon, we're going to see another front move by and head to our south, and that's going to put us into a northeast wind again for Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. This high builds in, so we've got nice weather, and here is Humberto that is well off the southeast coast, starting to turn to the east as possibly a hurricane and making a very, very close pass at the island of Bermuda along about Wednesday night or early Thursday morning. So looking forward to Sunday, a nice day of sunshine. Today, of course, we've got the clouds moving in. If you've got sun at the start, you're going to lose it fairly soon. Then one more warm day on Monday as a cold front goes by, and there might be a shower, a scattered shower or storm with that front. And then it's back to dry weather for Tuesday and Wednesday. September, I think, is my favorite month weather-wise because it is so dry most of the time. Unless you have a tropical storm threatening, there really isn't a whole lot when it comes to dealing with showers and storms, and the weather much of the time is rain-free. So do take advantage of that. And take advantage of the fact that for some areas it might not be a bad beach day on Sunday with temperatures up around 80 and sunshine all day. Thanks for being here on Weather in 5. We will have a YouTube live stream this morning at 11:30 to go over what's happening with the weather in the east and the tropics, of course. And also look for website posts later today on meteorologistjoecioffi.com or nycweathernow.com or weatherlongisland.com. Have a great day, everybody.